We already have tackled the difference of social media management and to other social media jobs from the previous video, and ano din yung goal ni social media management, ano yung ginagawa niya, and different packages that you can offer as a social media manager previously. And if ever hindi mo pa siya napapanood, I suggest to watch the previous video first before jumping into this video, because that's very important that you have to know the job description of social media management. Baka kasi you decided na, okay, ganito pala yung ginagawa ng isang social media manager, hindi ako marunong nito, hindi ko to pwedeng i-offer, so wag mo na itong panoodin if you don't really want what social media manager is doing. But if you still push to want to know social media management, this video is for you. Let's go. On this video, we will going to tackle the basic information that you need to know as a social media manager, what platform that you have to offer as a social media manager, because we know there's a lot of social media platforms available right now in social media, and di porket available siya lahat is i-offer mo na din siyang lahat. I know some of you really wonder bakit hindi po pwedeng i-offer lahat ng social media platform kung social media manager naman ako. Because to tell you honestly, if you are overwhelmed sa lahat ng information na sinasabi ko ngayon at dun sa mga previous videos, ma-overwhelm ka sa dami din ng platform na i-offer mo. And each platform, iba-iba sila ng algorithm. So ano yung algorithm? Ano yung sinasabi nating algorithm? The algorithm of each platform is ano-ano yung mga type of contents na pinapaboran ng platform. So, for example, on Instagram and on TikTok, ang nakikita mo sa Instagram is more on graphics, more on pictures, magagandang pictures, aesthetically pleasing photos, while on TikTok, kahit na bagong gising ka lang, kahit na hindi ka nakaayos, basta i-post mo yan kay TikTok, it will push to your audience as long as you are doing the right strategy. In choosing a platform, this is one tip that I can give you. Dapat nandun ka sa platform kung nasaan yung audience mo. When it comes to audience, we are talking about the business industry that you want to work with. So yes, we have to narrow down the business industry or negosyante na gusto mong makatrabaho. There's a lot of business industries available, such as real estate, e-commerce, health and wellness, fitness, influencers, business owners, restaurant business, healthy chocolate. So, ang daming business. I have 3 tips that I want you to consider in choosing a specific target audience that you want to work with. First tip is choose a target audience or a niche that you really want, or yung hobby mo talaga. For example, you are a business owner. You are selling online. You are doing affiliate marketing. Go ahead and offer social media management to those business owners na nasa e-commerce as well. Because you as a social media manager na, let's say, nag-uumpisa pa lang or beginner pa lang talaga, wala kang experience as a social media manager, but you have experience in the field in marketing, you have experience in the field of e-commerce. That's why it is your advantage as someone who have experience in the field or in the industry na matutulungan mo yung kliyente mo even though beginner ka pa lang. I actually applied that to my first client because me as a business owner and yung kliyente ko na yon is business owner as well. So, it is my advantage that I can help that business online because I am an online seller. I know how to sell products and services. So, even though I am a beginner or no experience at all in social media management, it is my advantage to know how that algorithm works, how to sell services, products on that specific platform. That's why I am able to help that client kahit na beginner pala ako, because that's my interest, yung negosyo niya, and hobby ko talaga siya, and I am experienced with it. That's why in choosing a niche, first, dapat is interesado ka talaga doon sa business nila or sa negosyo nila, or may background ka sa negosyo nila, even though you don't have background in freelance social media management, that's a huge advantage for you. Or hobby mo talaga siya, ginagawa mo talaga siya. So, for example, mahilig kang mag-gym. So, pwede mong maging kliyente yung mga fitness owner, gym owner, fitness influencer, fitness creator, fitness coaches, ang dami. So, pwede mo din siyang maging niche if that's your hobby, ang mag-gym. Second tip is the business industry that motivates you. So, for example, you want to be fit, you want to be healthy, you want a healthy lifestyle, something like that, or you have problem in a relationship, you have like ADHD, you have health problems. I suggest to choose a niche that is really related to what you think will be helpful for you as a person. Bakit? Because in social media management, nakakatamad kapag hindi mo gusto ang ginagawa mo. Just like in corporate, na kung ano yung gagawin mo ngayon, gagawin mo bukas, gagawin mo sa linggo, sa isang taon, sa 2 taon, or kung gaano ka katagal sa industry na to. That's why, kailangan yung ginagawa mo is gusto mo or namomotivate ka. Ako actually, I want to be fit, I want to be healthy. That's why I have this client na fitness coach siya. Namomotivate ako kapag pumupunta siya sa gym. Namomotivate ako kapag nag-healthy lifestyle siya. Nagluluto siya ng mga healthy meals. Yung mga soy-free, gluten-free, yung mga ganon. So, I am being motivated. That's why I did a great job. And it is not recommended ang magtrabaho ka tapos napipilitan ka lang. That's why second tip that I want you to consider in choosing the industry is dapat talaga yung industry na gusto mo or interesting para sa'yo, na natututo ka at namomotivate ka. Last tip that I want you to consider in choosing a niche or industry is the in-demand sa platform na pipiliin mo. So going back sa platform, ano yung suggested platform ko that I want you to offer or to focus on as a social media manager na nag-uumpisa pa lang? To tell you, I want you to focus on Instagram. Bakit? Kasi a lot of business owners internationally are on Instagram. Yes, nasa TikTok yan sila, pero if we are talking about sales, if we are talking about brand identity, Instagram is the best platform for them. And as a Filipino na nandito tayo sa Pilipinas, na gusto natin is client from international, it is really best for you to choose Instagram that is not geographically based. Because TikTok is sobrang arte kasi geographically based siya. So, for example, if your client is from United States tapos nandito ka sa Pilipinas, binuksan mo yung account ng kliyente mo, yung content na ipopost mo sa client mo na nasa United States, mapupush lang yan sa mga Pinoy. Kasi nababasa ni TikTok na nandito sa Pilipinas ang may-ari ng account. Kasi binubuksan mo siya dito sa Pilipinas. Which is very, very wrong because those people who watch your client's content is not the target audience of your client. So, hindi siya magko-convert. Yes, dumadami yung views niya, pero it is not the right audience for your client. That's why I suggest don't offer TikTok unless mag-improve si TikTok talaga na kahit gumamit tayo ng VPN is okay at hindi mababasa na nandito tayo sa Pilipinas. Because kahit may VPN tayo, ganun pa din. Nababasa pa din yan na nandito tayo sa Pilipinas. Proven and tested na yan sa client's account. That's why right now, I have client on TikTok and I am only editing the content for a client, but I'm not totally posting a content for them because I really don't want to ruin the algorithm ng account nila because it affects the business. That's why if you really, really want to offer TikTok, so do the same setup that I have. Mag-edit ka lang ng content, sila na yung magpo-post. But you can't engage directly sa account nila or post or like open the account because algorithm will be affected. That's why Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or kung anumang platform other than TikTok, you can offer it because hindi maapektuhan si algorithm ng mga platform na yon. But I suggest Instagram is really the best. If the client wants you to handle multiple platforms such as I want you to handle Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, lahat-lahat na, ang tendency na magiging setup mo dyan is you're going to create content for all of them, then you're just going to repost that specific content to all platforms. Meaning, If gumawa ka ng content for Instagram, i-repost mo lang siya kay TikTok, kay Facebook, kay LinkedIn, kay YouTube, and that's it. Pero to tell you honestly, yung ganyang setup, hindi masyadong mag-grow yung account ng kliyente. Bakit? Because each platform, iba-iba sila ng algorithm. Each platform, iba-iba sila ng content types na pinapaboran. That's why if you want your client's account to grow, create specific content on each platform so that it will grow the way it is organically. Kasi, to tell you as an audience, kay Instagram, uso ang B-rolls. Kay TikTok, uso ang talking head. Kay YouTube Shorts, uso ang talking head. But, kay Instagram, hindi masyadong uso ang talking head. Kasi kay Instagram, the shorter your video, it will really perform so well. But kay TikTok, the shorter the video, the boring you are. Kasi kay TikTok, more likely talaga is talking head, makikipagdaldalan ka, makikipagchismisan ka sa mga tao, and that's it. That's how you will create a community inside the platform as you're going to connect with the audience. And that's how TikTok works in social media right now, 2024. That's why if your client wants you to handle multiple platform, I suggest to educate them about how platform works because client or business owner really don't know how platform works in social media because of course they are not studying social media management. That's why they are hiring expert like you to know those kind of things. And it is okay to educate your client because you are the expert here. Next topic is the tools that you need to have as a social media manager. So these tools are my favorite tools that I am always using. I really don't rely on AI. I'm not fan of any AI. I'm not fan of any tools except for these tools. These tools is the only tools that I am using when I started social media management up until now that I have multiple clients as a social media manager. Ito at ito lang talaga yung pinag-aaralan ko before at ito lang din talaga yung ginagamit ko ngayon. Ang hindi mawawala sa listahan is the Notion. Notion is a project management tool wherein you can organize things, files, monthly content calendar of your client. You can also do the content approval there in Notion. You can design Notion as aesthetic as you want. That's why it is my favorite. Second, basic editing tool, the Canva and CapCut. Would you believe me that I started to learn CapCut nung nagkaroon na ako ng kliyente, which is last year, 2023. Ang kliyente pa talaga nag-introduce sa akin sa CapCut. That's why it is okay if you are not that expert in editing contents because you will learn that throughout the process because that's what I experienced back then. And CapCut is very friendly tool to edit. That's why feel free to explore CapCut at matututo ka na talaga mag-edit ng video dyan. Kasi in social media naman, basic editing is enough. Of course, hindi mawawala ang mga Google apps. Google Meet, Google Drive, Gmail, especially Google Drive, that's very important for me because dyan ko talaga ini-store lahat ng content edited ko kay client. I-share ko lang kay kliyente yung link, ilalagay ko lang siya sa Notion for the client to see edited version of the content. And dyan ko din pinalalagay sa kliyente yung mga contents nila na na-shoot na that I can repurpose it. This is not mandatory, but I suggest you have to familiarize yourself with this tool, which is the scheduling tool. We have lots of scheduling tool, but I am using Metricool. My favorite in Metricool is that you can reuse the content that you have posted, and at the same time is the analytics. It's very easy to use the analytics in Metricool, and you can just download it and you have the analytic report for your client and you can send it right away. But in my case, I prefer to create my own analytic report for clients so I can customize it the way I want. I can explain it easily for client to understand. The scheduling tool, we are using that as a social media manager to make our life so easier so that we can post the exact content on the exact day. So the process is we're going to create batch content for client for the whole week, for the whole 2 weeks, and we will schedule it in advance so that for the future weeks that we have created the content, it will automatically post even though we are sleeping, because since us social media manager working with international client, we have like 10 to 14 hours time difference. That's why you don't have to wake up 3 a.m. just to post content for your client. You just have to schedule it using scheduling tool or directly on Instagram, because Instagram, we have a scheduling feature on Instagram, and you're good to go. You can sleep 8 hours the way you want it without worrying if the content is posted. This is a tool that I have explored but not totally so important as a social media manager, the ChatGPT. Yes, I'm not really fan of the ChatGPT. If sabihin man natin na, ha, hindi mo ginagamit sa ChatGPT, but to tell you, yeah, I am only using ChatGPT for grammar checking, sentence structure, but when it comes to content ideas, when it comes to caption, I really don't suggest using ChatGPT. But yeah, ChatGPT is my assistant in checking grammar because I'm always grammatically incorrect. Kasi, bobo din ako sa English. Natuto lang ako mag-English talaga nitong grade 12. And next tool or the last tool that I am using as a social media manager is VPN. VPN, that's very important when you're going to offer TikTok platform, because again, TikTok is geographically based. But before, VPN is useful and it is working so well. But right now, TikTok is very strict. That's why even you are using VPN, it's not gonna work on TikTok. So VPN, you just have to familiar about VPN. I am using ExpressVPN, NordVPN, and Bitdefender VPN. Why I have lots of VPN? It is because client provided those kind of VPN. It is free because client paid for it. I'm not paying such tools. So those are the tools that I am using. Those are just 6 tools, which is the Notion, Canva, CapCut for editing tool, scheduling tool, the Google Apps, ChatGPT, and VPN. You don't have to invest to other tools or to spend so much money with other tools, because to tell you honestly, what I am paying for the tool is the Notion for multiple clients, because you can use Notion for free but it is limited. The Canva, you can use Canva as well but it is limited. Same as with the CapCut. Reason why I am using premium it is because I have multiple clients and it's very important to bring the quality for those editing contents and at the same time as scheduling their contents. So I am paying for Metricool as well, and at the same time is upgrading my Google Drive because there's a lot of files of a social media manager. That's why 15 gig in Google Drive is not really enough. Those are the tools. Next is the templates that you must have as a social media manager. Reason why I have this template, it is because, again, I'm not fan of any tool. You can use tools for this template, but I'd rather prefer to have this manual for budget friendly as well and to onboard client manually. So these templates are the onboarding templates for clients, especially if you have signed a new client as a social media manager. So what are the templates? First is the packages. So the packages, if you have watched the previous video, I've already included the different type of packages that you can offer. But I suggest to always customize or create a tailored fit package for your client needs. Those packages are just example of what you can offer para magkaroon ka lang ng idea of what package that you can create. But syempre, yung mga kliyente, iba-iba naman sila ng scenario, iba-iba sila ng mga kailangan, iba-iba sila ng mga goal. That's why gumawa ka ng specific package for those specific needs of your potential client and create it. It's just that mas better na meron ka talagang template para you can just edit it for them and send them right away. Kasi to tell you, sobrang laki ng impact kapag mabilis kang mag-process ng onboarding for your client. So whenever I am sending packages or welcome packet to my client, they are appreciating how quick I process to onboard them. That's why I am receiving the payment as fast as possible as well. So first is the packages, where you can put the package details of the client social media needs. Next is the client welcome packet. So this is where you can onboard your client with the details that you want to include. Next is the strategy guide, wherein if you don't know what to do with your client's strategy, so this is your guide that you can use, especially if you're not familiar with industry that your client in. It's better to have that as strategy guide for you to easily create specific strategies for your client. And lastly is the monthly content calendar, which I have in Notion as well. I know you are wondering what's included sa mga templates na yan. So comment template so I can show each template to you for my next videos and discuss it with you as well kung paano siya ginagawa at kung ano yung mga inclusion with the specific templates. And that's it for the basic information as a social media manager. I know it's a lot for you right now, but keep going because nandito ka na, nag-take ka na ng step, nag-take ka na ng risk to know social media management. Ipagpatuloy mo lang yan because I am here to guide you. Let me know in the comment section if there's something that you need to learn or if you need something that you want me to discuss with you, and I will gladly create that for my next video, and I'll see you there.